Ryan and Jacob at QSA Global here, and we're here to talk about our new product, the Model 11 Gamma Ray Source Projector. We're very excited about this product launch, and we think you're going to appreciate our new safety, reliability, and ergonomic upgrades. All right, let's dive in.
The 1100 is built for safety, performance, and has the durability to thrive in the toughest field environments. Whether you're working long shifts or working in challenging environments, the 1100 is engineered to make your job smoother, safer, and more dependable. The 1100 is compatible with the existing accessories with the 880s, such as guide tubes and controls. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is some of the upgrades that we've made to the ergonomics of the 1100. First thing I'd like to touch up on is just the lighter weight of the 1100. We've gotten it to weigh anywhere from 46 to 48 pounds. We also redesigned the jacket to where we have a more stable base for wherever you're going to be laying it out on a job site. We also upgraded the ergonomics of the handle for easy lifting and carrying around. I'd also like to talk about, we have increased the surface area of our label for easier placement of the travel stickers. And we will talk more about the visual indicators in here just a little bit.
A lighter unit paired with the improved ergonomics makes for a safer device. In addition to those attributes, we've added some visual indicators that also help for safer operation in the field. Let's get into the lock and rear plate assembly.
Okay, so the next upgrade for the 1100 I'd like to talk about is the new and improved lock assembly. Okay, so right here, the first thing you'll notice is that it has a horizontal orientation to the lock placement compared to the 880, which has a vertical orientation, which is standing straight up. This will help prevent any type of falling debris or any kind of like collection of dirt or particles or anything that you don't want in your lock. So getting these keys right here. When you unlock it, the first thing you'll see is the visual indicator right here, right around the lock, which will determine lock status. It'll tell you if it's locked or unlocked. Okay, so let me go ahead and lock this. Okay, so with this control key right here, let's say you're out in the field and you know it does seize up or you get some kind of dirt or anything in it. You can pop this lock core out, get you a new one on there, pop it right back in, which will give you minimum downtime and get you straight back to work. Okay, so let me unlock this thing again. The last thing I'd like to talk about is our new lock cover. Pop this thing off. Okay, so it's magnetized for easy placement for you to get working again.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the new and improved rear plate assembly that we have right here. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller. We sort of saved weight wherever we could on this device, but it still functions exactly like your 880 rear plate assembly. A couple improvements that we made on this. Let's go ahead and pop this lock cover off. You will see our new source design. So here's the female connector projecting out the back side of the rear plate assembly. You'll see that it has a gold color to it, and the serial number is also visible. So what that's going to allow you to do is have some peace of mind. You're going to know what isotope you're using, what serial number you're using, and it kind of prevents any miscommunication or human error. So you always know that that you've got the right source for your camera and prevent any sort of overexposure or unsafe working conditions. Another nice thing about this new rear plate is it's countersunk within the back of the device, right? So it's a little bit more protected. I don't know, Jacob, if you can share anything about in the field how that would help, but I'd imagine that having that female connector right kind of inside the end of that kind of protects it a little bit more.
Yes, that's correct. Say you got it sitting up on a pipe or a tailgate and you're trying to hook up your controls for the day. If it falls flat on a surface, it will prevent any kind of damage to this female end.
Awesome. All right, so let's get into the operational connect some controls. why don't you go ahead and hook those controls up to the rear plate so we can show the added functionality to the rear plate assembly. All right, very good. So now that you have that connected, I just want to point out here that you can see green and green on either side of your rear plate assembly. That's just another safety feature, another visual indicator that you're in the stored position. When I go ahead and hit this lock slide, which has also been sort of upgraded, we have increased surface area on the lock slide, a larger sort of landing pad for your finger to hit and push that over. When I go ahead and push the lock slide over, the visual indicator is going to turn red to red. So you'll see the color on either side. It just gives you a little bit better visibility. Now you know that there's the potential that the source could be exposed, and you can have that sort of heightened sense of safety there. What we have here is in a Model 1100 demo unit, and this allows us to see what's going on inside the unit. We have this nice window that shows a cross section of the shield and the source tube that we refer to as the S tube because of its shape. We listened to our customers, and one of the big things was improving the wear life of the unit and the overall life of the product. And so therefore we beefed up this source tube. We increased the wall thickness, and we also optimized the geometry with more generous bend radii so that we could reduce friction and ultimately extend the wear life of the source. Jacob, why don't you tell everybody about our upgraded front plate assembly?
Okay. Yes, so the first thing with the front plate assembly is I'm going to place this dust cover out of the way. Unlike the 880, this does not activate the shutter shield whatsoever. I can place it up here, I can place it down here on the bottom. It is just a dust cover. And once that's out of the way, I'm going to grab my guide tube with the bayonet at the end here, and I'm going to line up my green dot to the green connect here on the front plate. This it only indicates that I'm connected. Nothing else is happening. The shutter shield inside is not activated. So once I'm connected, I'm going to turn over to secure, which is we have a yellow color indicator on here. With this just it tells me that this thing is secure in here. It's not going to pop off, and it will allow me to move my guide tube in whichever position that I choose. Once I'm ready and my guide tube is secure, I will turn it to the right again to the red indicated operate, which will then tell me that the shutter shield has been activated. It's been rolled over to it's been rolled, and it's going to allow me to push my source out into the guide tube here.
Very good. All right, so just to reiterate, connect and secure, you have your shield, your shutter shield in place. You're fully shielded on the outlet port of the front plate assembly. And it's not until you go ahead and rotate this over to the operate position that shutter now swings out of the way, allowing you to expose your source. Excellent. So yeah, just another visual indicator with the green, yellow, red. Another layer of safety, makes it a little bit more intuitive, right, when compared to the 880 front plate assembly, a little bit easier to use. And yeah, so thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it. We're excited about the new 880. It's a lighter weight device, safer, more ergonomic, and it's got that increased reliability and hopefully keep you, going for years in the field. We appreciate it, and don't forget to smash the like button.